Hey, it's day 29. Oh, kind of regretting this update. Regretting, dreading, whatever. So I gained 4 pounds, back up to 319. Decided to have a little cheat day, which turned into a cheat weekend, which was fucking stupid. And ate too much. And had I waited to go to the bathroom, I might have been broken even. But anyhow, Monday morning, same time every Monday, I weigh myself. 319. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me a couple things. Normally, if I try to diet, once this happens and I ping up a little bit, I say fuck it and I give up, and that's not going to happen. Even with only 2 subscribers currently, I still feel the need to continue on and drive, because that's what I've been doing with this vlog, you know. And I owe it to myself and of course my wife and my children to get myself healthier. So instead, I'm going to use it to motivate me. You know, I now I'm at 19 pounds I need to lose by the middle of March. So, February's a short month. So, time to strap down. Time to, get your head out of your ass, Tony. You lost 14 pounds in January. You got 19 pounds in a month in 6 weeks. So, anyways, there's that. The Royal Rumble was last night. The Royal Rumble was a good time. Royal Rumble lived up to my expectations. I really enjoyed it. Non-wrestling fans, if you know who Ronda Rousey is, she showed up at the end of the show. She apparently has just signed a multi-year contract with the company, so it's kind of cool for wrestling fans, especially wrestling fans like me who do a little UFC crossover and enjoy both. That's kind of neat. The men's Royal Rumble, Shinsuke and Nakamura with the win, and the women's Royal Rumble was Asuka. So the Japanese contingent took the win this year in the men's and women's battle royal, first women's battle royal. I think the battle royals were done really well. We saw some returns last night, whether they're permanent returns or one-night only returns, who knows. Dolph Ziggler came back last night, and I'm sure he's a permanent return because he never really left. He was just in a 6-week hiding cycle for character reasons and storylines, so it doesn't really count. Hurricane Helms, pretty good, I liked Hurricane. I think most people did. He was funny anyway, but he's been gone for a while, Shane Helms. So, and then Rey Mysterio, number 27 in the Royal Rumble. Big surprise. Now, I know a lot of people speculated that he was going to show up. Is he not going to show up? The contract negotiations with, nobody likes Conan. That's his agent. Well, who gives a fuck? They did a good job keeping it under wraps and not letting everybody know. And that's really what the allure of the Royal Rumble is speculation from everyone, and sometimes they're like, oh, so-and-so was seen, so we know he's going to show up, whatever, but they did a good job keeping everybody quiet this year. For the women, the biggest surprise of the night was Vicky Guerrero. So, Vicky's not a wrestler. Vicky is the ex-wife, or the widow of the late Eddie Guerrero, a tremendous wrestler. Vicky has since gotten remarried, and I think she's working in nursing or something. She's left wrestling, so it's nice to see her come back just for a one-time shot, and get to see her come out. And she's a funny lady, and she added a little bit of fun to the Royal Rumble. So, women's Royal Rumble match headlined the show. I know they're all about the women's movement and making sure, we do firsts for the women and this and that. The men have always been the main event, and the men have always had a Royal Rumble and the women haven't. I get all that. I do. The equality thing, I understand. But you got to be able to hold the attention. The women's Royal Rumble was not well thought out, was not well planned. And a lot of the women in the Rumble are still pretty green and still need more work, especially in a group environment. So it made it a little tough to watch that one. The men's Royal Rumble, a lot of these guys have been in it before, or they've been in Battle Royals, and so they, it's a different style match. So, but good times. Men's Royal Rumble was good. Brock Lesnar retained his title. AJ Styles retained his title. The Usos retained their titles. And the Bar won the tag team titles from Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. So there's all your matches on the main card. I didn't get to see in the pre-show shit. Don't really care. So yeah, that's that. Good Rumble. Raw tonight. Hopefully they follow it up with a decent Raw. Draw some good ratings for the follow-up to the Rumble. Elimination Chamber's next, then Fastlane, and then of course WrestleMania in the beginning of April, the granddaddy of them all, the big event of the year. So, but good time. So, yeah, gained a couple pounds. Back on track though. Today I've had a little bit of meat for lunch, just a little bit of protein, and coffee this morning. That's it, and then some water. So, hopefully I can stick on that for a little while, and then yeah, we'll see. But not giving up. Not giving up. No more cookies at the office on Fridays. I snuck a cookie or two here and there, you know. Oh, it's just a cookie or two, no. No more sneaking anything. Time to start packing my stuff up and being responsible for my own meals. I need to start. I'm in love with food, you know. I'm a food addict, you know. That's why they have Overeaters Anonymous, stuff like that, and Weight Watchers, and well, you know. I love to eat. My whole life, I found comfort in food. I've gone through a lot of shit in my life. A lot. Maybe someday I'll tell you about some of it. Probably not. Not nearly all of it, that's for sure. But anyway. And throughout my entire life, every time the chips were down, every time the deck was stacked against me, I would eat. And that was my comfort. And if I'm stressed, I eat. If I'm happy, I eat. If I'm mad, I eat. If I'm sad, I eat. So what I want to do is just stop. I need to just start thinking of food as fuel. You know, I heard an interesting thing about Vince McMahon, the guy who owns WWE, and that he doesn't say we need to get food. He says we need to get fuel. Everything's fuel to him. His favorite thing to eat is a turkey sandwich with light mustard on wheat bread. To him, that's a good burst of fuel. And that's what I need to start doing. I just need to remember everything healthy. It's all about just keeping this machine going, my body, just keeping it going. I just need fuel. I need fuel to keep going, and I got to stop indulging in the stuff that I know is just killing me. Yawning. I yawn every time I record. It's so weird. But I just got to stop. I got to stop thinking about food as a reward or as a comfort or as a stress relief, and I need to just think of it as fuel and find something else for stress relief. I don't know what. I'll figure it out. But them stress balls, just go crazy with it. But anyhow, so straight off my path a little bit, but still see the final light. I still understand where I'm heading in this great journey of becoming the Geeb. I hope you're on this journey with me. I hope that once you find these videos, you say, hey, I want to try something different. I want to start vlogging or blogging or podcasting or just updating messaging on Facebook to your friends saying, hey guys, I'm doing this differently, and I'm trying this out, I'm trying that out. It's been a rough week and a half for sales as far as dealing with customers with another rep leaving, so that's been a little rough on me, but I take everything in stride, and I just try to have fun with everybody. So today's turned out to be an okay day, and I get to go home and sit in the freezing cold and try to put my car back together. That's going to be tremendously fun. I can't wait for that. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I'll have my own car back and running tomorrow, so that I can be back on my own schedule. And I had a closing that was supposed to happen today, and it got delayed without anybody saying anything. The buyer never told anybody that he wasn't ready. It's stupid. So last minute delay on that. It's supposed to close on next Wednesday on another house. I don't have to be at the closing, so they're just closing dates. But hopefully all that works out. The guy, the buyer on one side that I'm representing, the seller on the other side, the most laid back, lackadaisical people I've ever met. Anyhow, so yeah, hopefully the car will get finished today, day 3. We'll see. Wrestling tonight. More importantly, as soon as I'm done work, I get to go home and spend some time with my wife and kids. I was out in the driveway all weekend, freezing, trying to get my car fixed, and then last night, I've been planning for a couple months to go to this wrestling thing. I went to that. So, need to spend some time with the wife and kids. And I think I need to start drawing out a plan. I've got a couple journals. My boss bought me a journal at my real estate job. I've got another journal that my sister-in-law gave me that I haven't done anything with. I think I just need to start taking a journal and writing out a plan. Maybe doing a little comedy writing if I want to. Just kind of keeping a book with me at all times to write it like I used to. My handwriting could use a lot of work. Nobody can read anything I write, so maybe if I do that, it'll improve my writing. Yeah, who knows? back on the path. Back on the path. On the path to being the Geeb. My son wrote my son and I together wrote an opening tune. My son recorded it. He messed it up a little bit, but he's gonna keep working on it. So once I get everything going, I'll have a little opening line, just an opening line is what it is, and it'll be something different, you know. So stay on your path, find your inner Geeb, make it fucking happen. And when you run into a speed bump on the road, slow down, run it over, take off as fast as you can, and get away from it. Someday, our inner Geebs will shine through in all of us, and we'll all be happier for it, for the changes we decided to make by looking inside of ourselves and finding out what makes us happy. Peace. Enjoy your day. Be the Geeb.